Okay, so I think this looks like the group. Everyone's comfortable. I'll just reiterate again, just in case anyone didn't hear. We will be looking at a mirror for about 20 minutes. So we want the mirror to be, somewhere that's going to be comfortable for us, where we're not kind of having to move around too much or anything like that. We're wanting to really get to ourselves into a trance-like state, okay? So obviously I'll be guiding you there to help you get into that state. Has anyone here done any work with mirrors at all in any respect?
No, but I had a dream just recently. I don't know if you read it in the group, but I was in my bathroom and I looked up and that was my face in the mirror and I had 3 eyes. And that was just yesterday. The other day. Yeah, I know. So really, my body's really thinking about this mirror thing.
Amazing.
So just whoa, and I'm never kind of like used to seeing my face in the dream, and was just like me, but with a third eye.
Well, that actually is exactly where we want to be focusing our attention when we're looking into the mirror. Okay.
Does the size of the mirror matter?
Obviously, the larger the mirror, it's slightly easier because your gaze can be somewhat more relaxed because it's not kind of moving in that focus so much. But the key is people used to do this on obsidian stones, so they'd be about the size of your hand. People can do this in water as well, in a puddle of water, or even as simple as a bowl of water. The added advantage of obviously having a clear, nice mirror is that the reflection is going to be to some degree, within this experience, is going to be easier to kind of start off with. Obviously, starting off with the stone is going to be a little bit more difficult getting to kind of seeing the visuals and different things. Whereas with a mirror, the visuals I've found come quite quickly.
Does the candle need to be lit right now?
Not yet. We'll kind of light it all together, and obviously if you're already lit, that's fine. There's no. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of background on why we're doing this, and what's at the kind of root of this, just to kind of give this some grounding, because this practice is actually very grounded. This is a practice that has been used for thousands of years. We're talking about an ancient practice, which, like I said, started on obsidian stones, and can be used in pretty much all environments. And what's so powerful about this is we're dealing with our reflection. Okay, so the way we perceive ourselves, the way we think of ourselves, and this is beyond your normal sort of hypnosis or that type of thing. I'm talking about a kind of fundamental level of reality, and within that fundamental level of reality, our sense of self and what we believe ourself to be is the very shape that reality is created through for us, for our experience. Okay. So obviously, on a very kind of interpersonal level, psychological level, on that layer, we're going to be shifting a lot of perceptions about ourselves, and that's something which we're going to be doing actively. So as we're gazing and we've got ourselves into this lovely state, it would be easy just to stare at yourself and kind of just go with that, and that's fine. But I would like to gift you something a bit deeper, which is throughout the whole experience, I want you to be offering love to that image. Okay? Now, as we offer love to that image, that reflection of ourself, it's going to change. okay? You're going to see yourself as different beings potentially. You might see past lives. You might have a deep sense that this being in front of you is a scary being, or it's intense. There's some sort of, it can be quite a full-on experience when you get quite deep into this. But what I like you to do is just to keep projecting that love, okay? Because by doing that, what we're actually doing is we're overcoming those limited versions of self, and we're loving all of the faces of ourself. And when we can love all of the faces, they become part of ourself, and then we are able to perceive ourselves as a greater, vaster, more spacious being, knowing at the depth of ourself that every single person we meet, every single experience we have is divine. And that's what we're working with here, divinity. Okay, so that when we're looking at that reflection, we want to be saying, I see the divine in you. I love you. I hold you. You're safe. Okay, so I'm going to be suggesting these words and guiding you as we're doing it. But I'd really like you just to all really kind of focus on it's a two-part process. We're obviously seeing what arises in the mirror, but then we are kind of like self-soothing ourselves into alignment with it, to be okay with what we're seeing. Okay. Then we're also going to have a process where we're not going to be doing any of that, and we're going to ask a question, and then we're going to allow whatever arises to arise. Okay. One of the things that this can occur when you're doing this practice is you can have quite strong, almost like Kundalini type experiences, or if any of you have ever had a psychedelic journey, that moment where you are coming up and you realize, oh, it's working. That moment, or maybe more appropriate for a lot of you guys, would be that moment where you realize that you're lucid in a dream, okay? Or you have got out of your body. There's the moment where your attention, your awareness is much vaster. You've gone from a kind of we could class a slightly less aware state to a wider, greater awareness. And in that moment, sometimes, especially in these transitions, like when you become lucid in a lucid dream, we can really feel that transition. And in this process, you can have those experiences as well. That tends to what happened for me. You can kind of find yourself looking at yourself, realizing that, wow, this is something quite special. So does anybody have any questions?
Yeah. How do we have to look at ourselves? Staring at the eyes.
So we want to stare at the space between our eyebrows, so it could be around the third eye, that type of area. And we even though we're kind of saying we're staring, it's very relaxed, okay? So if you find your vision kind of coming in and out, different feelings of the eyes, kind of getting tired, maybe tears needing to well up, or anything like that, stay with it, okay? Allow that to come through, because that's going to be part of what we're doing here, okay? Obviously, if you do need to blink, then that's absolutely fine. Blink, allow yourself just to reset your gaze, and then just relax into it again, okay? So welcome, Amy. What we're going to do is we're going to do a few different breaths. One of the breaths, we're going to be doing the sighing breath. We're then going to do some humming, and then we're going to do a new breath. And this new breath, I'll explain it now. I will guide you through it at the time, but just so everyone knows exactly what they're doing. What you're going to do is going to close our right nostril, okay? And we're just going to be breathing through inwards through our left nostril, okay? And we're going to breathe in to a count of approximately 4, but we want to kind of make sure we take a nice kind of full breath in. We don't want to be struggling or anything like that. We want to keep it nice and relaxed. So we'll be breathing in to count of 4, kind of. Then we'll hold for 4. And then we'll breathe out through both nostrils. And then we'll hold again. So if you've ever done box breathing, it's similar to box breathing, but we're using the IDA channel, which opens us up to more of the trance-like experiences, so astral and different things like that, opposed to more stimulating experiences. So I'll walk you through that when we're doing that. Okay. Should we all light our candles? And as we're lighting our candles, just take a moment just to think about anything that you would particularly like from this experience. If that's just connection, if it's to feel deeper senses of love, if it's to just to be curious, whatever you're feeling, just take a moment and just focus in as you light the candle. Okay, lovely. So let's just open this space and let's just call in any of our guides or helpful beings that we walk on our path with. I'd like to call in the beautiful healing energies of Sardinia, the caring mother energy of Mary, who's a saint and very well loved for in Sardinia, and I've had a pretty profound experience with up a mountain at one point. So definitely bring her beautiful healing energy into this circle. And if there's anyone on the other side that we'd like to have with us here, then we can call them in as well. And just burn some Palo Santo just to open the space. So let's start with doing some of the sighs. Okay, so this time with the sighing breath, we're going to be focusing on the in-breath, bringing in light, allowing it to enter the body, and it can be stored in our belly. And then on the out-breath, just before we breathe, we're just going to squeeze, and we're going to find any tension or anything that's not serving us. We're going to squeeze until we find it, and then we're going to sigh it out. Okay, so we're just going to do a few of these. So take a nice deep breath in, bringing that white golden light into your body. Feel it in the belly, and then you can cross your hands over your chest and give it a squeeze. Find any tension, and then let it out with a nice sigh. If you want, you can just see the blackness just coming out as you sigh that out. Let's do that a few more times. Nice deep breath in, bringing that beautiful golden light in. Feel that lovely, calm, warm, loving energy inside your body. And then just give it a little squeeze, find any tension. And then let it go. Let's do 2 more of these. Nice deep breath in, bringing that beautiful golden white light energy into your body. Feel the loveliness. Give it a good squeeze. Find the tension. And then let it go when you're ready. Just seeing any heavy, unwanted energy just leaving you. Breathing in that beautiful white light energy. Feel the loveliness in your body. And then give it a squeeze. Find any tension. Seek it out. And then release when you're ready. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to do this one more time. Really enjoy this one. Nice deep breath in. Bring that beautiful white light energy in. Feel it in your body. Give yourself a squeeze. Find any tension. Extra little squeeze. And then let it go when you're ready. Now, you can just silently or aloud just affirm, I welcome all aspects of my being, known, unknown, forgotten, remembered. I send love to every face of the self across all timelines and dimensions. I am safe, open, sovereign, and whole. We're just going to do a few minutes of humming. So just start with a nice gentle in breath and then hum. Just let the sound vibrate through your chest, your face, and your third eye. become a gentle current, clearing, grounding, and awakening your inner sight. One last one, just for good measure. Beautiful. Now let your breath return to its natural rhythm, and just notice anything that's shifted. You are open, you are ready. So now I'd like you just to open your eyes if they've been closed, and just gently gaze into your mirror and focus on the space between your eyes where the third eye would be usually. Just allow a soft, gentle gaze. And as you do this, we're just going to do a few rounds of the new breath. So we're just going to close our right nostril with our hand or finger, and we're just going to inhale through our left nostril to the count of 4. Then we'll hold for 4, we'll exhale for 4, and then we'll hold for 4 again, and then we'll repeat. Okay? So we're just going to breathe in through our nostril now, breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, hold 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale through both to the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold for 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to do this again. So breathing in through your left nostril, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale through both, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're going to do this now without the guidance. Breathing in through your left nostril. Exhaling. Holding. Inhaling through your left nostril. Hold. Exhale through both. And hold. Just linger there for a second. Inhale through your left. Hold. Exhale through both. Hold. Inhale through your left. Hold. Exhale through both. Hold. And just linger there. Inhale through your left. Hold. Exhale through both. Hold. Inhale through your left. Hold. Exhale through both. Hold. Last round. Breathing in through your left. Hold. Exhale through both. And hold. And release. Beautiful. Okay. So now we're just going to focus on the mirror. We're going to let the breath go. You can use the humming or the breath of wind or any other breath that helps you go deeper if you need it at any point. But now the focus is just on the mirror and that space between your eyebrows. And as we meet our reflection, we say, I see you, I hold you, I love you. And you've got to say it like you mean it. We're going to do this for about 15 to 20 minutes. Just love whatever you see. face changes, just love it. If you catch a reflection of yourself, don't judge yourself, just love it. I see you, I hold you, I love you. I welcome all that I am, across all time, space and dimensions. If your eyes feel like they might be making things go blurry, allow the blurriness. Just allow them to do whatever feels most natural whilst gazing at the center between your eyes. I am the light behind all masks, the stillness between all change. Whatever arises, just love it. all starts to shift. And if you haven't found that state yet, that's okay. Just keep focusing and just relax into it. It will come. I see you, I hold you, I love you. Every face is a facet of my infinite being. awareness each layer. Love it. The one who was, is, and will be. reflection, I return to wholeness. I witness the divine in every face, even the distorted ones. I love the unseen, the forgotten and the becoming. Every form is a facet of my infinite self. If you were to meet God, the divine, the great spirit, and you could see them, how would you feel when you look at them? Use that feeling and project it into your self-image. You are that which illuminates all things. You are the eyes of the great mystery, looking back at itself. Know that, feel that, and give that to yourself. If it feels good, allow a gentle grin to rise upon your face as you bask in the feeling of divinity. Shine it like a light straight back at yourself. Feel yourself receiving the light. Feel it travelling into your third eye. And feel it building a solid, stable core of deep knowing and connection within your being. Allow that light of self, that recognition that you are that which illuminates all of reality. Drink in that. Allow it to fill the spaces inside your body. Allow it to travel to anywhere that needs healing. Feel it fortifying you, strengthening, widening. It's all going to be okay. See that light reflected in your eyes. Feel that recognition, that sense of, ooh, oh yes, that's it. That glisten in your eye, that gentle grin of deep knowing. Going to release any efforting, and we're just going to ask a question from our heart, something that we'd like to resolve or be guided towards. Maybe what truth is ready to reveal itself to me. What am I here to remember? Just ask that question now as you gaze into the mirror. We're going to do this for about 8 minutes. So may come as feelings, sensations, images, ideas, intuition. Just be aware of everything and just sit with it all. Just close your eyes and just let the love that you gave into the mirror return to your body. Allow it to wrap you up in divine recognition. The warmth or coolness of being. The vitality. See that energy, all that love and acceptance channeling into your body, swirling around all of your cells and your bones and your skin, your head. Starts to just fill you up from the top of your head, almost like the feeling of honey, sacred honey, filling in all of the spaces. You can just feel that traveling all the way into your brain, around your ears and your eyeballs, soothing, healing, aligning. Across your nose and your cheeks. Sacred honey, golden light energy, vitalizing every part of your being, flowing down to your chin and your neck, and just releasing, freeing any tension. Down into your shoulders, bringing a deep sense of support and alignment, flowing down the back, top of your back, and the front of your chest, and down the top of your arms, filling in all those spaces. Travelling down the middle of your back, and your belly, and the rest of your arms and your hands, drips down into your fingers, just removes any tension, revitalize, aligns, and heals. Traveling further down now to your groin, your bum, tops of your legs, your belly, your bladder, your kidneys, your intestines, your ovaries, your testes, all the parts of the body in that area, flowing down ourselves around our knees, bringing that sure-footedness, steadiness and balance, strength to move forwards unimpeded in our life. Flowing down our legs, all the way down in a spiral as it flows down our legs and spirals to our ankles. It just rests our ankles and we say thank you, ankles, thank you for carrying the whole body. It flows into the feet and the toes, into the ground. Just feel that connection, feel that alignment, and just bask in that spaciousness. Nothing to do, nowhere to be, right here, right now. Feel yourself as if you're a wire connected to pure source energy. Feel the current as it travels from the top of your head, through your body and into the earth. yourself. You can give yourself a little hug for taking the brave step to witness yourself and shift your self-image to the divinity that you are. To awaken from this dream of separateness, to see yourself as the divine in all things, in all beings. That which you see is the divine in front of you. Just see the white light just sealing all of that energy in there, and just taking the energy back from the mirror, back around ourselves, just wrapping the white light energy around ourselves. Feel free to take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale with a nice bit of sound. Going to close this circle now, but just know that the energies that you've created here today or aligned with will continue within you, shifting you to new timelines, new perspectives, and new, higher, more loving versions of reality. Whenever you're ready, you can feel free to come back. But if you'd like to stay where you are, you can just stay there in the background and do whatever feels good to you. No pushing, no stress, just being. How was that for you? Feel free to unmute and share if you feel happy to share.
It was interesting to say the least. Very expansive and uplifting. And I really saw hundreds of faces. Many of them were Native Americans, both women and men. Also Mongolian man. Mona Lisa. And very different faces. Also, I don't know if you know the Mexican fiesta, El Dia de los Muertos. Yeah, I saw the makeup, or the cool makeup they make during the festivities.
Wow, it's amazing.
Skull-like.
It's amazing that the amount of difference, you know, the variety.
Yeah, it was very interesting experience.
Beautiful. Thank you, Joanna, for sharing that. Thank you. That's beautiful. Wow. So powerful. Meredith, how's your experience?
Hello. It's really good. John, you look amazing, by the way. We're here just bluffing and look amazing. My face, I've been working with past lives for quite a while, so I think I came to a different point, and it feels good. So my own face, just being like a water mirror, just changing and wrapping and going like this, different, 2 faces, 3 faces, just going around like this. And then after a while, it became small pieces of violet light that came through my face, and then suddenly all the face was violet light and just super bright. I know. Oh, I get goosebumps. And
wow.
I know. So I was just like, oh, hey, you. And I came back again, and the face was kind of like merging, and I saw different. I tried to have one expression all the time, just felt natural, but it was changing, and I was smiling and watching, and then suddenly I became a white marble figure, like a stone figure, and then I died.
Wow.
Yeah, and I came back again, and my ego, I can't remember which part, when it was my ego said, I hate you. And I was just like, oh, there you are, you need some love. And I was just hugging my ego, and just, the ego just like, no, I don't want to hug. But I just, of course you do want to hug, and so much love. And I was just bringing all the love. And then everything just merged, and I was asking if they can show me something, but I thought, what else is there to show me for real? So it was just like, all these faces going around, and I can just only see my faces, but with hundreds of different variations of this face. So I will definitely, this will, keep going, but violet light, I know what it is. It's the universe, the violet light of the universe. So I'm super grateful. Thank you. And thank you to you. It's amazing. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. We all co-created this, guys, I'm just like like Ram Acid, I'm rent-a-mouth,
You're doing it good. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Mary. Marika, would you like to share anything? How's your experience?
Well, instead of violet light, I kept seeing blue light, and there was like some gold was coming out from here.
Wow.
And some sparkles, kind of, but the blue light was all around the sides. And at one point, my eyes went completely slanting, like down the side. Just quite interesting. But yeah, it was mostly just focusing on this area, but it's hard to keep looking in the same place. But it seemed like my forehead was growing and growing. It's just really interesting. And yeah, just amazing. I don't know. But I love the colours, really.
Isn't it amazing
and the
what staring at a mirror can do, you know, just looking at ourselves, you know? I found that as I was staring at myself, it was like layers of an onion, you know. There'd be maybe the outer layer, and that would kind of present itself as maybe like a feeling, and then also like a representation in the mirror, you know, a slight kind of distorted version of my face. And that was quite easy to kind of love. It was acceptable, you know, it wasn't too different. But then as I sat with it, it went deeper and deeper. Then I'd catch myself looking at myself, and there'd be a moment of judgment, you know, where it was like, oh, you look weird, you know, what's that about?
Yeah.
But then it'd be like, yeah, and then it's like there's another layer there, you know. That's a layer where we're judging ourselves. What the fuck are we doing? You know?
Yeah.
It's so mad. But then it's like we sit with it, we love it, and then we get to go another level deeper, you know? And then for me, that's where the sense of sovereign, you know, the sense of kind of like it's all okay, just starts to slowly bubble up inside. It took about 15 minutes, you know, it took a while to get going, but then it got there and I was like, oh, I see you. Oh, that's who you are. There you are. That's you. Oh my God. I remember you. Oh, I've seen you before somewhere. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Right at the start. Shit.
I also got, you know, like my nose started to look really weird and change colour and get darker, and like those monkeys, you know, those proboscis monkeys. And I was like, oh, it's really strange.
It presents some strong images, doesn't it? You know, it's like, you know, I see myself as like monkeys and all like, you know, stuff over my face, like boils and all sorts of stuff. And you know, again, you know, the question I always ask myself in that moment is, well, what am I feeling inside? You know, and the feeling will be one of judgment or shock or concern. Sometimes I've looked back and I'm like, bloody hell, he looks a bit scary, you know. Wow. It's like,
sometimes it was a little bit scary when my eyes went really down the sides here. There was a little bit, oh shit. Just for a split second.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's like whoa, okay, you know. But then again, that's a bit of us in the cosmic fabric of reality that actually does exist. That's why we can see it. It's existing in the moment we experience it, and it's saying to us, "Can you even love me? What about me? What about this?" You know. And it's like when we can love that deeply those parts of ourselves, then everybody else is effortless, because we always judge ourselves more than others.
Yeah, that's very good, very true.
You know, so
but I also felt like, because we've been animals too, we're all one, really. And so
absolutely.
the animals, you know, the animals are us as well. We are them, and that's kind of how it was as well with the monkey face.
Beautiful.
Because we're so close to them, really. Mainly apes, but this was actually monkeys, which was interesting.
Maybe it's a spirit animal for you as well.
Yeah, I never even realised it before, but yeah, maybe.
You know, I think the monkey's got quite a lot of wisdom.
Look up the meaning.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's amazing to hear all your experiences, but I didn't have that. Mine
That's
was,
okay.
I was having trouble with like leaving my eye because you said not like too hard. So then when it's not too hard and it's like lowered the gaze, that it's like now my eyes are closing. So, majority of the time. So then afterwards, you know, that it was in and out here and there. And then when you actually did finally say to actually close your eyes, then my whole body got like more heavy and like more grounded, it felt like. And so then it just felt like really good. Yeah. Like, really, really good.
Oh, that's really good. You know, I think it's interesting, isn't it? Because there's so many ways that this can present itself in a healing or helpful fashion, and sometimes just doing something for long enough and then stopping doing it is a medicine. You know, because it's almost like we're charging up. You know, every part of us maybe wants to look away and wants the eyes to close, maybe wants it just to be over because it's like, oh, all this effort, you know. And it's like, you know, it's like, but then obviously you keep going, like, oh, come on. And then finally, when you do get to close your eyes, wow, now you're ready to let go.
I have done a little bit of mirror work from like Louise Hay and like another something I've done where you're just talking really positive stuff to yourself and all that stuff. But you know, that's just, you know, you bringing your emotions up. And then, but other than that, I didn't really do anything. But I have done like where you're gazing at the wall. And in a compassionate course thing, I think it was. And so just a light gaze against the wall and whatnot. And I was able to keep my eyes pretty open then, but in the mirror, I guess, and then I have the light here, like it's like flickering, and then it's just like, I guess that it's like, I also drank water right before. So I noticed whenever I drink water right before and I do something relaxing, I just feel more tired. Like it just, I need to like go to sleep.
Wow. Beautiful. Well, you know, I think it's, these experiences, you know, it gives us what we need, not what we want, you know. I found this a lot when I first started getting into shamanic drumming and shamanic work and, you know, traveling into kind of, you know, the lower upper realms and things like that. You know, we have ideas, we'll be like, okay, I'm going to do this time. And it's like, boom, no, you're going to sleep. You know, that's where you're going to sleep because that's what you need. You know? So it's, you know, it's with all of these events, it's an exploration. You know, there's no destination, and anything we experience on the way is a blessing. You know.
Really, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Nefeza. Thank you so much for bringing your beautiful energy.
Thank you.
Elie, how you doing, lovely? How's your experience?
The breathing was very, very good. Like, I was like very going inside this, and it was something new, and I liked it. It was really, really good. And your voice is so, so good. Just go deep inside and stay there.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
Yeah, it was like really.
The faces were coming, like different faces. One was looking like Michael Jackson. I was like, what?
He's back. Thriller. Da-da.
And here was coming like owl. I was asking like, clear me this, and was coming like it's my animal now.
Amazing. Did anyone feel any pressure around their third eye?
Yeah. Pressure was also,
Yeah, I felt that kind of growing, and you know, one of the effects of doing this practice is that it essentially focuses all of our energy into our third eye. At one point I was going to say kind of see a laser going through your third eye, but I wasn't sure if that was going to be quite on, within the context of what we were doing. So, but yeah, lovely.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was very, very good.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you so much for bringing your beautifulness to the gathering, as always. Daniele, how you doing, brother? How was that for you?
Hi, Matthew. It was good. It was there was a sweet spot where I found myself creating morphing faces. And I wish I could go deeper, but I always lost the connection with this morphing scenery, and I got back to my eyes and my face, and so I decided not to get frustrated by this and look at my face and create a connection, which is quite unusual for me to stare at myself for so long. So it was a kind of intimate experience of something that I never done. So I think I will do again with different light conditions and trying to stay focused on and not to lose the faces that come up.
I think it's like I said in the thing, it's almost like waves, very similar to magic mushrooms, if anyone's done that, where there can be a sense of something's coming, it's there, you get this kind of clarity of insight, and then it will drop away, and then maybe a little kind of whisper of it, and it will kind of come back again, and you'll get another insight into it, and then it will drop away again, you know. So this is quite normal with doing this practice. One thing that I did find, which I'd highly recommend you all at least try, is that if your eyes are starting to actually cross and you're getting like a double image and the image widens out, allow that to happen. Feel the feelings of how it feels inside you around this area here. You know, even though on one level it's almost like a visual illusion, which we could say is being caused by our eyes crossing and all that type of thing, that actual crossing of our eyes is a yoga practice. So, you know, it serves a purpose as well, not just beyond the kind of physical representation that we see. It is a kind of a process of actually kind of opening energy channels up within yourself. So you know, if this occurs, if you allow the kind of crossing to occur, you sit with it, you know, keeping your gaze exactly where it was, relax into it. Obviously, don't hurt your eyes, but you, in that moment, you'll start. You know, what I find is I start to feel like a growing sense of something, you know, an energy, and something tells me that energy is very clarifying. And just as I become aware of kind of the clarifying nature of the energy, what will actually happen is the cross will uncross, and then I will just be looking directly at myself in full 4K HD, you know, because you've gone from out of alignment to back in to direct alignment. So, you know, if that comes easily to anyone when you're doing the practice again, explore it, because I think there's value in there.
Yeah, thanks.
Julia, are you there? Would you like to say anything? Hey, it's Queenie. Hello, Queenie.
Hi. Oh, thank you so much for this evening. I've so enjoyed it. I'm glad to hear your voice. You sound so wonderful. I love everybody's experiences. It's just put such a smile on my face. It's so nice to hear everybody else's thinking, and it makes you think, oh, nothing actually happened to me. But as you go on, you start to remember slight little things that what happened that you forget. As you said, that there was one moment when I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I never saw a younger version of myself, though that's the only thing. But I saw different aspects of me, and I looked at myself, especially when you said that we're the past, the now, and the future kind of thing, that we're all here. It was very strange to actually look at myself and think, oh my gosh, I am all of that just right here looking at myself, because that was the past that just happened, and then now I've got something to come. That was surreal. But as I kept looking, I looked at the amount of lines that I've got extra on my face. I'm sure I didn't have before. I don't know if it's these ears things. That's an excuse. But I warmed to myself, and I felt the love. I said, I see you, and I actually saw it, and then I could feel, and then I held it, as you said, and I loved myself. It was so nice to see the transformation of feeling a bit silly to feeling the feel of the love, and to actually experience it. That was really nice, and to feel so. I'm so glad you asked everybody else, because I was so still in the moment. I think I still am very peaceful. I mean, I've had very stressful few days, but this was able to really relax me, help me to feel the love for myself rather than sharing myself out. But there was one time when I actually saw, you know, when you said you see yourself aligning yourself, because as I was looking, it split into two, and then I didn't know which one to look at. But I just kept focusing on looking, and then eventually in the middle became an eye. So there was 3 eyes, but it was green. They were green eyes. 3 massive green eyes that I was actually looking at.
Wow.
Looking back at me. But that's the only thing I can remember. That was a visually exciting one that I can think of. But it was mainly your voice, the things that you were saying, I repeated that, and also the feeling of to love myself.
Beautiful.
As if like I was God looking at myself. But I think that was so nice of you. Thank you so much for that, for giving me that experience.
Oh, you're so welcome, Queenie, honestly. Mary, you want to say something?
Yeah, I have a tip that felt really helpful for me. I just got it myself, and in the start I imagined that my whole head inside is a cave of crystals. And I think that really kind of like focus everything from the start in, a good start for sure. So, and then kind of like just play with the colors and see what kind of crystals that comes up. It's just all inside your head is empty, and then just replaced with crystals.
Wow.
I think that really helped.
I'm gonna use that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Entran, would you like to say anything?
Not really, I fell asleep.
Oh, well, obviously you need a good sleep then. It was good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Lovely. Beautiful. So now the next part of this adventure is that feeling that we feel inside when we've looked at ourselves and we've recognized that we are that which is aware, being aware of itself. Okay, so with that feeling, we want to take that out into the world, because it's great doing this work here. This is where it all begins. But then the next step is when you're at the checkout and there's a big queue and it's stressful, is to bring this feeling in and look at the person across on the checkout or the person behind you and smile at them, ask them how they're doing. Because that is where we get to really feel the energy fucking flowing. That's where we get to take these gems and get to actually hold them in our hands, because it's through that connection of the other, the reflection, that we actually get to experience this truth. We get to live this truth. So homework is to just go out and be brave, and in circumstances where you don't feel like doing this, push yourself to do it. Find that strength and that little bit of braveness just to catch that person's eye, and because you just don't know. You never know the impact, the amazing impact you can have on someone just by noticing them. So and if there's anything that we're doing here that is going to change our life, it's how we walk through each and every moment. Like Eckhart Tolle said, people look at him and go, wow, you've got this amazing life, you're on stage, you're writing books, you're doing all this amazing stuff, you must be so happy. Like, yeah, I'm okay, because the reality of it is, what are all those moments made up of? Transitions. Moment from getting off the computer to walking towards the door, or the moment of picking up the food and putting it on the plate. These are very simple moments, and yet 95% of our life is filled with those moments. Even if we take a celebrity, someone like Eckhart Tolle, yes, he's on stage having this amazing, connection with all these people, but then he has to walk off stage. He has the moments going from the stage to his car. He gets in the car. He gets from the car. He has to walk up some steps to his hotel. And he gets in his hotel and he goes to the toilet and he gets off the toilet and then he walks to his bed and he gets in his bed and he takes his shoe off. And this is our life. That's what our life is made up of, all of these little moments between. And it can be so easy to let these moments just flow like a big ball rolling down the hill. but actually we find our power and divinity and that magic and that synchronicity in life when we stop and just appreciate those most basic little moments, you know. And then every moment is a blessing. Every moment is meditation. We are meditation. We are the beingness. Could you stop being? Can you stop being right now, please? You can't do it. It's not possible. Bless your beautiful beings. It may be magic here today, guys and girls. Have a beautiful evening, morning, day, and the rest of the month. And I look forward to seeing you all in a month for our next event. I'll ask the universe to guide me, as always, to see what it will be, and we'll journey again. Honestly, I love you all so much. This is like the most fulfilling, like loving, best thing I get to do. So thank you so much for co-creating this with me. Honestly, it would really not be the same without you all.
Thank you. Here's back at you. We're looking back at ourselves. You.
We're all part of the most amazing nation in the world, the I-magination.
Or I'm a genie.
I'm a genie.
That's doing a mind valley on manifestation, and so that was what they said. I am a Gine. It's kind of like I'm a genie. So,
I like that.
I love that one. And the other one is another one is like the frequency is what you frequently see.
Oh, love that.
Right? I know. Have you heard of? You guys know I'm possible. I am possible for impossible, right? You know that one.
That's good.
I'm possible. And, oh man, there's so much, right? Like emergency is emerge and see, right? You guys know that one? Like,
emerge and see. Love that.
I love that because when COVID happened and they said that for emergency, then when I did this meditation with someone, they were like, emerge and see. I'm like, oh my God, I love that.
That's a complete flip, isn't it? It's like, right? Wow, okay, this is happening for me, not to me.
Right? So good. Yeah.
Yeah. When I actually got COVID for the first time, years after it first came out, I realized it was actually a gift because I had an amazing spiritual experience with it.
Oh, pray tell.
Because my defenses were down and we were traveling, and it was like, in some ways, but it was so intense and incredible, unbelievable, like the most amazing experience. And it was such a gift.
Amazing.
It was really unexpected. So when you said that emerge and see, that was like, that's what happened.
That's so good. That's so good. Nefesa, could you write some of those down and post those in the group, please?
I for sure will. I have a whole bunch. I'm trying to remember the other ones, but I can't remember right now. But I have to go see where I wrote it down. That's the thing. Yeah. But I'll remember some of them off by heart. For sure.
Yeah, please. They're amazing. I think I had
it's so lovely to just see that our words are made up of, the negative to positive. It's like, because we understand negative and positive is actually the same, and it's neutral, and everything is all encompassing and beautiful. The dark, the light. So
it's all necessary. It's all required. All roles are required. Even the evil ones, even the dark, scary ones. Because if you really speak to anyone who's been through some real fucking shit, they will tell you that it was the shit that made them. It was that moment where they had to decide it was them or falling back into the past again. It was that moment where they had to wake up and love themselves an extra, harder than, be there for themselves more than they've ever been there for themselves in the past. Extension of it's almost like that moment where, classic on psychedelics, it's like, you didn't realize you were in a box, but the box gets opened. And it's the same in those circumstances. It's like you didn't realize you actually could get over that stuff. You didn't realize you could get through it, but you did. And because you did, you're now outside of that box and you're in a totally bigger box, a totally big space to explore, Guys, I'm going to go and make some dinner because I've got to go and...
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
I would say you heard of the one.
Go on. Give us one last one.
Silent or listen, right? That one, everybody knows that one, right?
Silent or listen.
Silent. Yeah. Well,
is it backwards?
It's unscrambled, right? That one's a little bit
wow.
Right? But yeah, there's but just scrambled.
Yeah, put them in the chat, please. I think this is great to remind us all and anchor some of these deep insights in.
Yeah, it's so amazing. Take care, guys. It was so lovely being with you after so long.
So much fun, guys. Mwah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao, ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao.